Now, Inspector General of Police Christian Tetayehunu declares eyes red for upcoming Akwatia by-elections and warns all troublemakers as some party members vow to arm themselves in preparation for an Akwatia election. Meanwhile, police say they have deployed 600 of their personnel ahead of the 5,000 to be deployed on the day of elections. Now, will Akwatia be a make or break? We'll speak to the political parties, and joining us in studio is Rashid Tanko Computer, Deputy Director of Elections and IT for the NDC. Maybe a little later, we shall as well raise the NPP to respond to a few of the concerns that they've been raising since these by-elections have come to stay with us. Now, thank you, Rashid Computer. I get always confused how to address you.
Yes, Rashid Tanko Computer.
It's just okay for
That's
you.
fine.
Okay. So, before we even get into the nuances of this Akwatia election, truly, this is my personal question. Does the NDC really need that seat?
Oh, yes. Let me say good morning to you and your able team here at Joy, as well as the good people of Ghana who are watching us. You see, elections is about development. When you go into election, your aim is to win political power, to develop and better the lots of the people. That is all about election. So when people make choices, they make choices for political parties that have them at heart, that want to develop their area, the country for them, and make the place a better Ghana for them. And thankfully enough, we have a leader, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who is resetting the country. The reset agenda is all over the place. Ajibibia everywhere. People are talking about it for the 8 months he's in office, unprecedented. We have never seen this type. Chiefs, opinion leaders, pastors, imams, lawyers, all over, all facets of our life, it has been touched. So invariably, communities want to be part of that reset agenda. They want people who have formed part of that reset agenda, that group. So they want choices that will inure to their benefit. That is why we are going in there. Now, if you say, okay, we have this, we have won this number or this, that, so we should cut them off. They want to be part of it.
Surely they'll be represented by a member of parliament. In fact, they were represented by the late Ernest Kume, but unfortunately, he passed. Does that mean that if the NPP had another representative, the current government was not going to aid development in that?
That's not the case. The issue is about the agenda of the former administration was terribly rejected by Ghanaians. Terribly rejected. The package they brought before Ghanaians to vote for them in 2024, of which Ernest Kume was part, Ghanaians rejected them. Unprecedented. It has never happened. Since 1992, we've never seen this kind of massive defeat a political party, sitting party, ruling party, suffered. And Ernest Kume was part of it. Interestingly enough, that constituency, it was part of the constituency they rigged. We were pursuing them in court. Time and again, I mentioned it, because we were the first political party to be declared winners in Akwatia. On December 8th, we were declared winners. Then NPP said they were not going to accept. They connived with some crooked electoral officers over there and refused to recognize our candidate and ran to Tesano police station here in Accra. You remember that episode? Early morning, before we could arrive there, another person described himself as a deputy returning officer and announced that in the absence of my boss, who is the returning officer, I, the deputy returning officer, declare Ernest Kume as a winner. What kind of declaration was that? Double declaration. Okay. Yet the EC went ahead and gazetted that man. And we said, no, we won't agree. So we went to court. We filed a petition, an election petition at Kufridwa High Court, and followed with an injunction. And there was an injunction on him. They went ahead and swore him in Parliament.
At the time of the injunction, he was not gazetted. That's why it wasn't valid.
That's why we are saying that when the matter went up to Supreme Court, yeah, the Supreme Court said, fine, no problem. After the issue of the gazette, they said the injunction, they will vacate it. That contempt matter that was ruled against, they vacated it. And asked him to go back to Kufridwa to continue the election petition, because that one was active. And they even ruled, there was a ruling on that one against the MPP who brought that fake a gazette notification trying to say that what we brought was not correct, and therefore they should also nullify the election petition. But the Supreme Court, in its magnanimity, refused and said we should continue. So when Kufridwa pursuing the matter, unfortunately, the young man lost his life. May his soul rest in perfect peace. He's to be buried at the end of next week or so. We will participate, because how can we wish death for anybody? We are all Ghanaians. They are capitalists, we are social democrats. We are all looking for the benefit to develop the country. But their policies, Ghanaians don't like it. NPP policies by nature, nobody likes it. In Ghana, if you even trace your history, go in, the political historians will tell you, when they are in opposition, Ghana develop a lot. So it is always good to confine them there.
So this is just a continuation of the fight to have the Akwatia seat to the NDC.
That is it. Okay. It's a continual fight.
We'll come to Akwatia, but let's revisit the Ablekuma North rerun elections, because, of course, it has informed a lot of decision going forward September 2. So yesterday, the IGP said some 8 persons have been arrested in connection with the Ablekuma North rerun elections. Has the NDC taken a keen interest in these persons who have been arrested, especially because of the accusation from the NPP that most of the people that meted out the brutality or caused the violence are the NDC people? This is the accusation of the NPP. Have you had an interest in these 8 persons?
Well, we have interest in that. In fact, we are very much interested. I was in that meeting when he announced to us that they arrested some people in connection with that episode in Ablekuma North, and that they were even going to arrest more by the close of the day. Mm-hmm. And then that's why he came out and announced the number of people they arrested. We have to congratulate the police for being proactive under a reset agenda government. Very, very proactive. You were all in this country. 2019. Yeah, I was West Wogo. You saw what happened there. Not even a single person was picked. Not even a fly. The footages are bound all over the place. Not even a single person. You saw what happened at Techima. People were gunned down live, shot like that. Election Collation Center. Not even a single person was picked. You saw it. So there are a lot of things that happened under the past administration. Not even one. That's why we need to congratulate the current police administration being allowed by the sitting president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, to do their work freely. They should be congratulated and see that this is Abampa. Better government is now in place. And that they will go after anybody they felt has committed a crime against the state. They will go after that person.
This 8 persons are...
And I'm saying that this one, I had a listen to inform them in the meeting that, look, it takes 2 to tango. The issue the MPP is talking all about, all over the place. In fact, I sat with their leadership here, and they made it very clear that they were not participating in Ablekuma North. They were not going to be part of it. And that they don't recognize the election. They even went to court to injunct it. They said it. Now, less than 12 hours to the election, another group came out and said they are not going to respect their leadership. Therefore, the lady should go and contest. And you have senior members of the party contributing money to defy the orders of the general secretary of the NPP. That's why I say the party has a problem. And went ahead, prepared themselves with dangerous weapons. Pepper spray is a dangerous weapon, classified by the Election Security Task Force. Nobody is allowed to bring pepper spray into any of the electoral areas that we are doing elections and all that. But leadership of the NPP, in fact, senior members, had predetermined mind in the night that the following day we are going to make sure that we destabilize the election. So they bought pepper spray and put in their bags.
How does coming to an election ground with pepper spray?
Good, that's the question.
Let me land the question.
Yes.
How does coming to that place amount to a predetermination of coming to mar a successful election? How does that, can that not amount to self-defense?
So now we are saying that this country, we can just go out, get all the dangerous weapons you have, put it in your pocket and be walking around and say, because self-defense I'm carrying. Is that the abyss we want to descend into? And senior officers, if you find something like that in me, wouldn't you raise eyebrows? I should know that, look, the position of which I am occupying, I should know what is expected of me, so that others will follow, and then we will do the right thing and Ghana will be a better place. You can't have a senior officer who will prepare the mind that in the following morning, I'm expecting that this will happen. And if this didn't happen, I'll pull up a weapon and defend myself.
These 8 people, these 8 suspects, are they indeed NDC?
Well, that is the question we have to answer. But the question is, why is the lady walking free?
We'll start with that.
She should be added to this. It should have been 9. If they have arrested, they should add her so that it will be 9. Then we know that we have a 2-edged sword.
On what grounds would they be arresting him?
Because she was found with a dangerous weapon.
Who found it? The police found this, or
of course,
or
even in her cautious statement, you know, they asked her to come and write a statement already. She said she was doing it for self-defense.
Okay.
Is that not true? Okay. So who asked you to bring that thing to that place?
Okay.
So that one is an illegality.
Before we get to that, the 8 persons, are they indeed NDC?
Oh, I am saying that is a question we will need to further ask, because they have not written anywhere in their statement that they are NDC people. They haven't written anywhere that they are NDC people who have done it. And I'm saying that the NDC was, look, we have participated in all by-election under their regime. Kumewu, I was there with my team. Asinov were there. Did we cause any violence there? Did we bring tax to cause any violence there?
Has the NDC as a party conducted their internal investigations to at least, this is not to preempt what the IGP or what the findings of the police will be, but have you, since the Ablikuma North rerun election, have you conducted your internal investigations to at least find out why and how that violence may have happened?
Yes, we did. We did. That day, no, we did. You know, we have crack investigators among us. Former, officers, PNDC officers, former intelligence officers, they are with us. We have a team of crack intelligence officers. So quickly, they were commissioned to find out. And it was very clear. Even that day, I even granted interview. And I said, look, our sister should be trained proper, how it comes, about election and its management. Seriously. And when we met the IGP, I even told their team, which came, 3 senior members of MPP, my point was that they should go back and invest in training their officers about electoral processes. It appears they don't know electoral processes in Ghana. Because when you go there, what started the matter was that she went to that polling station and was asking them, why is it that NPP has only one party agent in that polling station? Ostensibly, she didn't even know that it was a parliamentary election. You don't deploy 2 party agents for parliamentary election. It's one. When you deploy 2 party agents, it means presidential and parliamentary. So when it is only parliamentary, it's only 1 party agent at a time. So when you come as a monitoring officer, you only see 1 party agent representing you. So if you come and you are asking, why is it only 1 party, and they inform you that, oh, it's just a parliamentary election, she wouldn't budge.
What does she wouldn't budge mean?
She didn't understand. She said, no, how? They want to cheat them. They want to do this. They are here to cheat them. Why is they allow only 1 party agent for MPP? Throwing her weight around. And so while you are doing that, you are calling for reprisal from the other side. And in any case, she was not even accredited. She didn't have accreditation to show that this is an officer who is being mandated to come and do work for the MPP. There was none like that. So they would have been looking at her as an intruder who has come to disturb the place. And so while they were in heated argument, she pulled out her pepper spray, start spraying their faces. Is it not jack of this thing? What are you calling for?
You have evidence of this?
Oh, it's on your footage. Even I played it, just put it. It was all over. Your video, thankfully, I have to thank Joy. Your cameras were there. They captured it live, and they played it time and again. I don't even need a rocket.
Between the time that she was asking, why do you have just 1 agent?
Yes.
Why wouldn't the police be the ones stepping in, and why would it be supporters wanting to? Why are they anxious about the question?
That is why we are saying that the investigation will unravel. Well, investigation shows that, look, there's more to this beating that people are talking than you and I were looking at. Because
your investigation, what did it reveal?
Yes, our internal team shows that there was an internal machination against each other, the MPP.
Okay.
Because their leadership said they shouldn't go. Is that not true? The leadership, addressed by the General Secretary, said nobody should appear there. They are not contesting it. Others defy it and went there. Some presidential aspirants even went there and slept in the night. So there was imagination. And don't forget, my sister is an aspirant for National Women Organizer. That one is not, it's an open secret. It's out there. How I come say.
She's aspiring for
National Women Organizer of MPP. It's all of us. It's an open secret. That was not hiding. So it was a battleground for them to showcase each other. So it could have been any of them, this battle thing that they are doing among themselves. The established candidate for MPP and others who want to contest and where they are coming from could unleash violence on each other. They are noted for unleashing violence on each other. MPP, I'm not saying it. We have evidence.
Any of your members as well violated?
Our
NDC members as well?
No, our NDC
None
members.
of them. There was no assault.
No, we went there peacefully. We didn't have any predetermined mind that we're going to cause violence. We deployed our agents to all the 19 areas. I was on the ground as leading the election management on that day. And everything went on perfect. Just one polling station. It was just one out of the 19. Even when it happened, we quickly rushed senior members. Our Deputy General Secretary, Mustafa Bandi, and other senior officers rushed to the scene to support Hawa Kumsit. They even followed up to her house to commiserate with her. Because that showed that, look, we are together. We are doing this together. We condemn the action. But we said we should do further investigation to find out. It could be their internal team because we know them. MPP, their internal matter, it can descend to some dangerous violence, and you yourself, we need to come in to solve it for them. They have done it time and again. Saw the Legon episode where they were beating each other and all that. Anytime they do this, they have that kind of history. So we're saying that we have no problem. Let the police investigate. The police have done their investigation. They've arrested some people. Can't we thank them for this? We should thank them for having been proactive in this one, to show that if you come to Akwatia and want to misbehave, we see we have arrested some people. We are going to deal with them. And I'm saying that they shouldn't say 8 people. They should add Hawa Kumsin to make it 9. And we know that they've also arrested her because she caused that issue. She brought that. If without the pepper spray, I don't think they would have beaten her. Dear, if somebody spray that thing on you, I think if you have your hands well fixed with you, you slap back the person. Because it's a dangerous weapon. It's very dangerous. And we told them that, look, this search they are going to do Akwatia. Look, I, as a person, personally, women should be treated with the care they deserve.
Right.
They should be respected. Because this gender thing that we are talking, despite the equality we are all looking, but we should give them that respect. For having carried you for 9 months and bring you to birth, you must give them that respect. But you see, if somebody is giving you that respect, you must also respect yourself. When men are slugging things out, you women, you go and buy pepper spray in your bag. What are you calling for? What are you calling for?
What kind of punishments do you think would be very well deserving? Because you condemn the act, which means that no matter what she was carrying or not carrying, or whoever else was carrying or not carrying, that assault, that violence was not needed. So you condemn the act. What kind of punishments are you expecting for deterrence sake?
I am saying that the law is there. The police, they know how to apply the law. They'll go to court. The police don't exert punishment. For them, they will have to send the people to court. The law court will determine the kind of punishment that is supposed to give. So
recognizing that the law exists, it will surely be because of the law. That's why they have arrested 8 persons and say that they're going to arrest one. If there's the same law, why Hawa Kumsing is not part? So why are you still calling her?
No. She's part. And I'm saying that the police must make sure that she's part to serve deterrence to other people who are planning to bring pepper spray to Akwatia. If she's not added to this, so that she will also be served as people should watch and see, look, you see how they've dealt with her for carrying pepper spray to a polling station. If you also bring pepper spray over there, this is how you'll be dealt with. That's the deterrence. That's not what we are saying. What is the meaning of punishment in court? Deterrence is one of a reformation.
What are some
if she's deterred, they will reform her. Next time, don't do that again. So we shouldn't be talking of the 8. She should be added so that when they send them there, before we get to Akwatia, other potential people who want to learn from Hawa Kumsing will not learn from that aspect from her. They will learn from an aspect that will be reformative and bring peace to the good people of Ghana. That is what we are looking for. And I'm saying that we have no problem. As a political party, NDC, we are committed to peace. We even told them, we are committed to peace. We are not noted for bringing macho men or tax to elections. No, that's not part of it. NDC, we rely on the state security.
Okay.
And we are also mindful of this. And we are saying that the law will take its own course.
stay with me. We'll get a little later as well into the things that the IGP has said they are doing and moving forward your preparation. But I'll take you now on phone to speak to Henry Nana Boakye, the national organizer for the NPP. And I'd like to think that you're in Akwatia this morning.
Yes, we are still here. The ground's very good for the new Patriotic Party's candidate, Solomon Kwame Asumadu. He is well known, widely accepted by all, including experts, and he is working hard. It is our belief that by 2nd or maybe 3rd September, he will MP elect Akwatia.
Okay. In Akwatia today, I mean, you've been on the grounds for a while, and you also say that you're still at the grounds today. The arrangements by the Ghana Police Service and spearheaded by the IGP, between yesterday and this morning, are you still convinced? Are you still headed to the Akwatia by-elections, some sort prepared again, as you insist on, protecting yourself?
Yes, let me start from this point. On Tuesday, we met with the IGP and his men. We had briefings from the Ghana Police and also the Electoral Commission as well. The Electoral Commission indicated their preparedness. They mentioned to us that they are fully prepared for the 2nd September elections. The Ghana to briefed us their operational plan. They mentioned to deploy 5,000 men. They also said that they were not going to countenance anybody who intends to foment trouble there. Those were assurance gave. But we very serious and fundamental. We mentioned assurance are or pivoted or built on confidence. We need to have confidence in the process that what they are not mere, it will be back to action. And for that, the staff, the hoodlums, linked ND, those guys who perpetuated that unfortunate electoral violence in Ablekumanov are still moving around free. Indeed, we saw a statement from the police which captured, and the statement said that they had been arrested. We had not received any update. Indeed, the first unfortunate issue stemmed from the fact that after this unfortunate incident in Ablekumanov, on the 11th of June, it took the police 7 clear days to even issue a statement condemning it, and then also informing us that they have launched some investigation into the matter. So from 11th, the first publication came, or the first communique came out on the 17th. Then the second one came out on the 23rd of June. The 23rd June announced that 2 persons have been arrested. As we speak, we do not know what happened to them. Were they put before the court? Were they granted bail? We don't have any update. So we raised all of these issues. And the IGP mentioned that investigation is still ongoing. And even as at Tuesday and even Wednesday, they were going to make some arrests. So yesterday, we saw in the news that 8 people connected to the unfortunate incident in Ablekumanov, they've been picked up. But we do not even have better particulars. We have not seen the official. Usually that is the modus operandi of the police. If the police intends to inform the general public of something, they will officially write, and then you see it on their website. As I speak to you this morning, the only thing we have heard is just a mere statement from the police that they have picked up 8 people in connection with the Ablekumanov unfortunate incident. That is the only thing we've received. No names, no action whatsoever. So, yes, let me say that our confidence in the police is still hanging. And again, my brother Rashid Tanko has developed this unfortunate penchant of trying to justify this dastardly act, this unfortunate act from his own people. And then he wants to climb on this platform of justification by saying that our Kusin carried the spray. Look, the attack on Hawa Kusin was unprovoked. Hawa Kusin saw these attacks coming on her. Unprovoked. The attack on my deputy, the national deputy organizer, was also unprovoked. Look, for him, he was also standing with the police. And these guys aggressively advanced to where he was standing. Sensing danger, he tried to move away from that space. And he was clipped down and he was pounced on by almost about 20 guys. The videos are there. Images of their faces are there. And clearly, they came out of 2 pickups. And for them not to have been perturbed or their move to be distracted by the presence of the police meant that they had a certain backing. Look, my brother Rashid should be able to condemn that act and urge the police to arrest and prosecute. If he's bold enough to condemn this, I'll be happy. You should say it on your platform that I, Rashid Tanko, what happened that day, I condemn it, and I urge the Ghana police to arrest and prosecute the perpetrators of the Ablokumanov violence. He cannot do that.
I think he's done that this morning, but I won't speak for him. I'd
then
still
he should
ask
do it
him.
to my hearing.
Well,
because I have been on several platforms with him. All that he does is to equalize, is to justify by saying that, oh, and how Akumsin carried pepper spray and all of that. But he has never condemned the act from these attacks linked to the NDC, and he's never urged the Ghana police to arrest and prosecute these guys.
Tanko Computer, beyond you appearing on our platform today, have you not condemned this act? Violence is violence. You haven't condemned it?
Of course, severally. The party itself, of which
and you have called for the arrest and prosecution of these guys?
I lead the election directorate. We have condemned the action and said it's unfortunate. It was an unfortunate incident. But we are saying that it doesn't take one person to tango, 2. It takes 2 to tango. And I'm saying that if you have a predetermined mind, you are calling for reprisal action. Is that not what we are all been talking about?
Well,
that is the problem.
Nanabi, I have a question, though. So
it is not just condemning. I'm saying that he urging the Ghana police to arrest and prosecute them. It's not just condemning. As for this weak condemnation of the matter, I've heard it from him several times. But for him to boldly urge the Ghana police that they should go in, arrest these guys, and prosecute them, he's never said that.
Nanabi, where we are today and this morning, a few days to Akwatia elections. Now, my question really is, both parties are interested parties in this matter. The NDC on one breath will blame the NPP. The NPP on one breath would also blame the NDC. The only neutralizer which we must look up to is the Ghana police. But your confidence in the Ghana police is hanging. How then do you want to proceed to solve this matter? Because they are the sole independent body that can investigate and come out to say that, well, beyond what you have seen in the videos, this is our investigations and this is what we have found out. And so if your confidence in the police is gone, how would you proceed?
I agree with you. That is why, because we don't have any other Ghana police service. We only have one. And we have relied on them on several occasions. But we had our conference recently, and we engaged them. And they came in, they helped us a lot. That is why we said that these things, because you have recently witnessed the swiftness with which some TikTokers who made some unsavory comments, unfortunate commentary on their platforms, how they've been picked up, and some have been remanded. But it looks like there seems to be a certain selective application of the law. You see, all of these things would have to, it engenders confidence in the Ghana police. So that is why we are saying that is the only police we are. That is why we are saying all of these things. So all of these criticisms, all of these concerns, all of these commentaries you'll be making is to make the Ghana police better.
Okay.
That is why, for me, I can say that actually I'm happy to hear that 8 persons have been arrested. Okay. What I want to hear is the further and better particulars of this.
Okay.
What are their names? Have they been put before the law court? So that people will know that they cannot perpetuate or cause mayhem, and the law will not deal with them.
So between now and September 2, this request of yours for the Ghana police to bring these particulars that you're asking for, if you do not receive them, you're headed to Akwatia By-Election as what? Having confidence in what then? How are you going?
Oh, we are there already. I mean, for yesterday and today, I've seen a heavy presence of the police, and clearly they've started some security checks, and I heard the reassurances given by the IGP, which is good. All that we are saying is that we will continue to critique the work of the Ghana police so that we can make it better. I mean, a clear example is this. Although unrelated, but it's an important matter. Why is it that this rough guy who caused this unfortunate disruption at the rich police is still walking around? When a simple TikToker will pass an unfortunate comment, which I will not condone, is picked up. But this rough guy is still working free after 2-3 days, after nurses have raised all the concerns and they've made official complaint to the police. Why is he still working free?
So, Nana B, what then do you say to people who say, especially for the NPP party, say that they headed to Akwatia prepared? I like to use the word prepared carefully in terms of security. Are you putting all of your confidence and security in the hands of the Ghana police, or you have alternative means?
For us, we are not going to foment any trouble. We are not going to engage in any act of lawlessness. We are going to be law-abiding. We are going to work with the police. However, we are going to protect ourselves. Self-protection is well within the laws of Ghana. Whatever we are going to do will never be an infringement on the law. As for that, we as a political party, we will do so.
What does self-protection look like for a day like this on elections? What does it look like?
Oh, that is why I'm saying that but whatever we will do will never be an infringement on the law. It will not be illegal. It will not cause any lawlessness. It will not foment any trouble. But as a political party.
Okay. Please stay with me. I'll come back to you to at least know how you're preparing. I see that you are in the constituency already. About 5,000 policemen to be deployed already. Out of that, 600 have been deployed. You also acknowledged that there's some security checks already happening. And let's know how you yourself are prepared for September 2 for this by-election. Do you think that you're winning this? But let me take the response from Tanko Computer on how the NPP is going prepared within the laws of, they're going there prepared within the laws.
They are not prepared. NPP is not prepared for this election. In fact, they should have withdrawn from that election too. Because everything points out that they are not prepared for the election. When we met the IGP, their utterances and everything shows that they were just not prepared for the elections. It appeared they have given up before even the first ballot is cast. But I can tell you, the NDC, we are very much prepared. And we gave our words to the IGP and his team. NDC will not disturb the peace of Akwatia. No, we want development for the place. And so we will go by the dictates of the police. The deployment plan and everything, we'll go by it. We have invested a lot in training our people. My other colleague, Mahdi Jibril, as I speak, is on the ground. We are investing in training. Whilst they are invested in doing propaganda. And then on the D-Day, they will be going polling station by polling station, asking irrelevant questions, creating problems. That is where the problem is coming.
What's an irrelevant question?
I just gave you what Hawa Kumse did that led to all this discussion we are doing. It was not an irrelevant question. If she was trained properly to understand the process, we should have gone there to be asking such questions. So we are saying that we have to, if you look at leadership of the party, NDC, they are very much versed in electoral processes. Hardly you see any of them, our leaders, activists of the party, go polling station and be asking irrelevant questions. And we even know the escalation process. That when I go, I have to meet the presiding officer first, talk to the presiding officer, and then if I don't get proper answers, I know the next person to ask. The returning officer is there. I'm giving them free consultancy. These are the things they don't do and we have problems on election day. If they do all these things and we all put our hands together and then assist the police, and people will not bring dangerous weapons in their bag. And then you now come, my good friend, Nanabi is my friend, he's telling me I should condemn. Yet he's not condemning the action of Hawa Kumse. They are fast to tell us that self-defense. So were the people that she sprayed that thing on their face, were they also not doing self-defense? Was that not self-defense? And so it takes two to tango. And I'm saying that, yes, much as we all condemn it, but they should be smart to also condemn her that next time, don't bring things like that. You are calling for reprisal. And these are the problems I said. So this one, let's all put hands on deck. And I can assure you, NDC is winning the seat hands down. We are prepared for it. In fact, we'll give them the heaviest defeat they've ever seen.
So why are we waiting for the reports of the police to let us know when and how she used pepper spray and all? So why is the NDC seeking to portray that she just started to use pepper spray? Why are we leaving this for the Ghana police as part of their investigation?
We are all talking about circumstantial evidence. Everybody's relying on circumstantial evidence. MPP, Nanabi and his group, they are relying on circumstantial evidence. Anytime they say, bring out that you can see the faces of the people beaten. That is circumstantial evidence. We haven't relied on any conclusive report from investigative bodies to show that somebody was beaten. We are all talking on circumstantial evidence. Is that not true? Yes, we are also relying on the footage that we saw her spraying pepper spray, and on her cautious statement, she said she did that for self-defense. Is that not what we are all relying? We are all relying on circumstantial evidence. And so if they are relying on circumstantial evidence and calling for arrest and all that, we also will rely on the same evidence and call that she should also be called to order.
Well, Nana, thank you for still staying with me here. How are you balancing trying to convince the NPP to vote for your member of parliament, or your candidate, especially because of the loss of your member of parliament, the emotional turmoil that they are going through? How easy or difficult is it trying to convince them to come out and vote?
Thank you very much. I'm not sure my brother Tanko has really been to the ground. I'm not sure he's been there. If he's gone there, I'm not sure he'll be passing these comments. Look, even in your candidate's own hometown, Takrasi, he had to run away from there yesterday. Even your own Takrasi. That's why I'm saying maybe he's not been there. We don't know what is going on the ground. Look, this is the first time for us in the new patriotic party. We have selected a candidate, and the entire party is united behind that particular candidate. Look, anytime we will lose Akwatia, it's because of infighting within MPP. And that is why we struggled in 2020 when we lost. And in 2024, we won with over 2,000 votes. And our candidate is very popular. He is a town person. He is admired by all from both MPP and NDC. And you saw it when NDC had their own primaries, and the former MP and there was this one guy who is also called Asanka in there. That was a huge problem within the NDC after their primaries. And the footages are all over. It is because for our candidate, look, he is loved by the NDC, he is loved by the MPP. He works with them. He dines with them. He's a people's person. He's a grounds person.
Did you anticipate how big this win could be for you? Have you done some projection? There's a little over 52,000 registered voters over there.
For us, the most important thing for us is to win. And that is what we are working towards. And
what will this win mean for you? What will this, do you need this win at all? What will this mean for you?
Well, this is our seat. And look at how they dragged NSC Akumi through the law courts. Somebody who's won with over 2,000 votes. There are some people in parliament who won with single digits, double digits, triple digits. And NSC Akumi won with over 2,000 votes. Yet they were dragging him. And even when after the Supreme Court had declared him as the winner of Akwatia By-Election to continue to do his work, they still want this year that he sent us complete documents. And for that matter, this year they should go and arrest him. So they've dragged him over the years, and then this young man unfortunately passed on. So this seat is already our seat. The people of Akwatia is going to honor the memory of Ernest Akumi. The candidate we have is very affable. Person, his life at all. In fact, yesterday I went to meet some traditional rulers, and they passed so many. In fact, he has been helping them. It's as if he's now coming to them. He's been with them for this while. So maybe, my brother Rashid, you've not been to the grounds. Pick the information from the people. I'm not sure you have spoken to your people. They would have given you the clear indication. For us, this seat is very important to us because we need to honor the memory of NSC Akumi.
Please stay with me if you have a moment.
Yes.
Please stay with me if you have a moment. I'd like to bring in Victor Dake, his security analyst, joining us via Zoom. But we'll try and connect with him because of network. But I'll come back to you, Tanko. It looks like the MPP, they sound like they're prepared. They believe that the seat is for them. They want to honor the memory of NSC Akumi. They want to continue his legacy. He says he's quite certain that you have not even visited the grounds. And so you won't be here thinking that you're going to win that seat.
You see, because we do submarine campaign.
What does that mean?
He won't see me. He knows it's part of the body cameras activities. When we activate it, they will see submarine campaign. You know how submarine operates. Deep inside water. Before you say Jack, it's up there and fire, and go back again. That's how we will deal with them over there. The moment they see us, we will be declared winners. That is how it's going to be done. You should come, we'll show them. But let me tell you, you see the 2,000 he's talking about?
Yes.
That's why we're in court.
That's what's in contention?
Yes, they're in contention.
What's the contention?
We know all the polling stations where they were overvoting. Go and check presidential votes and parliamentary votes. About 2,000 people, after voting the presidential, or this in parliamentary and all that, you can't see them in the presidential votes. You can't trace them. Is it normal to see about 2,000 people running away with their ballot papers? Somebody added them to the parliamentary pool. And we track it. We have all the pink sheets in each of the polling stations where they were overvoting. That's why we went to court. Wanted to exhibit it before the trial judge that, look at it. Look at this results. Does it make sense to anybody? This was what they used to declare the
NSP. Computer, you talk of pink sheets. In the Blekuma rerun election,
yes.
Blekuma not rerun election, the NPP maintains that they were just level just 3.
No, it wasn't left. They went and brought their scanned pink sheets. They did their own thing in their offices and brought it and expected us to accept it. Who will accept this? That's why we rejected it. And the Electoral Commission saw wisdom in what we're seeing. And that's why we went for the 19. When they brought their own carbon copies, we accepted it. Because that's the rule. If you have carbon copies, that one will accept. But they brought scanting. And you know how people scan. This is your laptop. We can design things there and bring it out and say it's a scan this thing. That's why we rejected it. But I'm saying that Akwatia, we know all the polling stations where they did the rigging. This time they can't. That's why they are hot like that. Because eagle eye, we are watching them. We are going to watch them, match them boot for boot in each of that polling station and see whether you will get that figures. And I can show you. We will compare the December polls and this one, and you will see what I'm talking about. That 2,000 votes is a phantom vote. It doesn't exist. They are ghost votes. And this by-election, they cannot have that luxury. They connect with some officers of the EC. We identify all of them. And that's why we say the EC, if they bring these people, we are going to object. We have the right to object against those people. Because they were the people who allowed this kind of thing to happen in Akwatia. And today, they know that that 2000 doesn't exist. We are on clean slate now. And we'll hand them some heavy defeat. That one there, they should be rest assured. We are going to defeat them clean, like how we defeated them in 2024.
Okay, you stay with me. I'll bring in Victor, like a security analyst. Thank you for joining us this morning on the show. If you have seen the list from the IGP of how they intend to provide security in the upcoming by-election in Akwatia, do you have any concerns? What does it look like for you?
Thank you very much. Good morning to you. I think by and large, the IGP per his mandate is doing what he can, and the resources available for him. It's in the right direction. Of course, you'd expect that you have the security apparatus going through training in expectation for this big event. High stakes, all parties want to win at all costs. A winner takes off syndrome is at place. But security-wise, you need to have control of the area. And control by that I mean personnel, resources, intelligence working, and then your early warning systems, which is at play. 600 men from the start to soften the ground in the IGP's word, and then they'll be followed up with more men later on. How equipped are they? That's what you need to look at. The IGP spoke about flying drones this time in areas that are not accessible. Good. I wish we had some helicopters to also, assist them with regards to flying personnel and deploying them in areas where, if we should have violence. Road checkpoints, very, very essential. I remember with regards to the Asen North by-elections, I happened to visit there, and there was a lot of road blocks, checkpoints mounted by the security, which was very good. They searched the vehicles, asked you questions and what you want to do in the area and all of that. This time, we should replicate the same blueprint in Akwatia. Miles and kilometers before the main township, we should have roadblocks. We should look out for the early warning signs. Who are these young men in the bus being bused? You ask questions. If it is necessary for us to put in some measures that D-Day, for example, banning motorbikes 24 hours, 72 hours to the D-Day, we should do that. Banning of smoke, wearing, and all of that. Also banning all those private security who wear camouflage that look like, state security. All these things will have to be factored in because we know how some political elites seek the service of this private security as bodyguards and whatnot. And by and large, we look at how the state security itself, personnel who are deployed at the polling stations, do they have some level of weapons to assist them? Batons, handcuffs, pepper spray, and the mobile teams themselves who will be patrolling and then be responding to the calls of emergency. We should look at all that. And let's monitor the cyberspace. Those who want to use that space to misinform and disinform, we should have a process or mechanism that picks all those people out immediately. The political elites who want to use the 4 essays to incite tensions. I think prior to the D-Day, the 4 essay should have a mechanism to, censor all those political elites who want to use that medium to cause trouble. Education sensitization from the NCC to the population of Akwatia. This is just a by-election. Just go and vote. There's no need to want to associate yourself with violence. And if we are able to put all these things together and work coordination, interagency coordination, we should have some success.
What do you say to the NPP that says that, well, their confidence in the police is still hanging? What do you have to say to them?
I don't know for what reason they said it, but every citizen that says that their confidence in the police is hanging would be for some reasons. So
that's from the Ablekuma North rerun elections and how they believe that security was provided.
A concise example. So Ablekuma North, what happened? We saw the young men who trooped in there and caused mayhem and assaulted the next MP. That is very worrisome. Any Ghanaian, not just the NPP, would have a cause of concern with regards to if truly we can be able to curb the situation. Now, steps have been taken. So for transparency and accountability, and then also for people to trust you and political parties like the NPP to trust you, then they must see some accountability. The young men, some of them have been arrested, and then the IGP spoke per his press briefing that I think they'll be arraigned before court and whatnot. That is it's in the right direction. Let's see that to the latter, that these young men will be sanctioned, and that would bring some level of trust back. If
Okay.
not, then it means there are question marks that will still be lingering. But
Right.
by and large, whatever will happen in Akwatia would also test our preparedness for future by-elections.
Thank you so much, Victor Doke, for joining us today. Nanabi, if I have you,
You're
you
welcome.
take your final submission. Do I still have,
Yeah, we are fully prepared. We are on the ground. We are working very hard. Our candidate is number one on the ballot. It is our expectation that the message we are giving to the people will be well accepted. Is going down well with them. We know that we are still going to retain the seat, and I've told you that we are going to fully cooperate with the Ghana police. The police also mentioned that they are going to deploy 5,000. I've already mentioned and that they do not need the presence or the intervention of the military. We have had some intel that some military persons who've disguised themselves in some plain clothes. No. The police says that they are fully in charge of this. They have deployed men, deployed equipment, deployed their own strategy and operations to that effect. And I think that should be done. For us, we are not going to foment any trouble. We are not going to condone any acts of illegalities. We are not going to do so. So I think that Akwatia should be very peaceful. Everybody should come out to vote in peace. We have also picked some intel that some people intend to cause some problems in our strongholds. That is not going to work. Everybody should come out and cast his or her ballot, and it will be counted appropriately. So we are okay.
Okay.
Ernest Yaokuni will be honored. Kim Solomon Kwame Asumadu will be the next MP for Akwatia.
Thank you so much, Henry. Nanabuachi is the national organizer for the NPP. And I take your final words, Rashid Tanko Computer.
Yeah, I'm happy my brother is now talking about peace. You see, let's all smoke peace pipe. That's what we are interested. Let's all allow the process to go smoothly. We are told they are busing macho men from Kumasi, MPP. Macho men across from Kumasi, that's the assembling point. Assembling them over there to bring them. The IGP has a very beautiful plan for them. He told us in the meeting. Very beautiful plan for them. They will not even have the luxury to enter that place, not to talk of it. So if you are some macho man being recruited by MPP to come to that place, be mindful that we are under reset agenda. We will reset you. We are going to reset you. And by resetting you, you see they have free a lot of, His Excellency has free a lot of prisoners. There's enough space, over 1,000 plus have been pardoned. So there's enough space at Nsawam to take care. And it's not far, and Nsawam is not far from Akwatia. These are just dump them in there so that you will learn your lessons. This is not like the time they were getting away with certain things. We are telling them, let's all respect the police structure. But in any case, let me put this one on record. The fact that we are having by-election doesn't mean that the state should stop functioning. No. The state activity must continue on that day. The governance must continue. So we won't say because we are having by-election, everything must come to a naught. Governance structure shall not continue. It will continue. Things will go on. So if there's going to be arrest of former appointees who are being looked for and they appear there, they'll be arrested. That one is a fact. Governance must go on. People have been, they are looking for them to answer questions for their performance when they were in office. Some are fugitives. They have run away. They are hiding somewhere. They don't want to come out public. They've gone
Some
to the
are
house.
fugitives?
Yes. OSP declared the former finance minister. He declared him and be
you
looking
think
for
that
him.
he can show up at the Akwatia election?
They are looking for him. So if you show up in Akwatia, they will arrest him there.
All right.
That's why I'm saying that. So if you are a former appointee and your name is on the list, I've been briefed by Mustafa Gbande, my deputy general secretary. There are some people they are looking for. If they appear there, they will arrest them.
Okay.
That one there is a fact. Because the state must continue. The state action must continue, and then we'll have peace. We'll bring development to the place. But NDC, the winning of NDC will turn Akwatia green. 5:20, you break it here. NDC is green in Akwatia.
5:20 p.m.
I'm telling you.
September 2.
September 2.
Rashid Tanka Computers, Deputy Director of Elections and IT with the NDC, and Henry Nanabuache as well, National Organizer for the NPP. We're also joined by Victor, the security analyst, on this very important conversation. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me today on the AM show. Please stay this more on the show.